Picking up a call and hearing a debt collector on the other side of the phone is scary. It stirs up stress and anxiety and uncertainty. But if you have a debt that is in collections or it's on its way there, don't panic, I got you covered in this video. Hey, I'm Lorianne, and today I'm talking about how to handle a debt when it's gone to a collection agency. And if you want more tips on how to handle tricky financial situations like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. So what should you do if your debt is in collections? Well, we have a whole nother video where I explain this in depth, but here's some simple things I want you to know. First of all, know your rights. There are laws in place to protect you as a consumer from predatory collection tactics. For instance, you can specify how and when debt collectors can contact you, and you can actually request that they cease communication with you altogether. So check out the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act to understand your rights. Second thing is, don't admit to the debt. Some debts come with a statute of limitations, and once that statute of limitations expires, collectors actually cannot legally win a court order for repayment. But if you admit that a debt is yours, it can actually end up resetting the clock on this statute of limitations. So do not confirm the debt, especially on first contact, until you do number 3, you get the facts straight. So without admitting that the debt is yours, ask who the original creditor was, the original debt amount, and how much is owed. And the more details, the better. When your debt has been sold, there's often misinformation about the amount of debt or who owes it and who it's owed to. So you want to just get the facts first. Next, you're going to decide if you actually want to pay off the debt. Once a debt has gone into collections, it's already done its damage to your credit score, and it will continue to have a negative impact on your credit score for up to 7 years until it falls off your credit report. Now, in some cases, you may be able to negotiate a removal of a derogatory mark on your credit report as part of the negotiation for paying the debt. So if you have a debt that has gone into collections and it's close to being 7 years old, it will likely fall off your credit report soon, and it may not be worth paying, especially if you have any current debts that you're struggling with. Focus on maintaining good standing with your active debts first before paying off debts that are in collections. If you are going to pay off the debt, then make sure you follow the next step 5, which is negotiate the debt. At the end of the day, whoever's on the other end of that phone just has your case in a file on their desk, and all they want is some money for it. Usually that debt collections company bought the debt for much less than the amount that you actually owe on it. So they might be willing to consider either lowering the debt so you can pay it all off in a lump sum, or setting up a payment plan that you can reasonably manage. And always, always, always get any agreement that you come to in writing before you take this final step and actually pay the debt. If you're serious about dealing with a debt you have in collections, you should check out our full-length video, which I'll link to in the description down below, but this should be enough to get you started.